Hi, we're playing DreadLore, a new ttrpg that rewards immersive gameplay. Tonight we've been playing Into Space.
Into space!
In DreadLore, players use their character traits to gain a bit of control over the fiction, and if their task is opposed or particularly difficult, they might have to throw down dice.
Throw down.
Nice. We have me, who is Andrea Elliott-Johnson. We have Ken Howl. We have Daniel Holkener. We have Drizzle, and then we have our fearless leader, Bill Bunkum. And
Bill's a pretty good guy, you know.
I like this Bill guy. He's a good guy.
To all lowercase letters, Mr. Interrupt. And then, of course, we couldn't do what we do without our Patreon sponsors, Nostalgic, Natalia Cline, Tim Roberts, and Daniel Holker. And then thanks to Couchfire Media for the media production, and Cereble Productions for all the other stuff.
Whatever they do.
You know.
We don't talk about them.
And then, who was our sponsor again, Holker?
Pine Cones.
Pine Cones, everybody.
Thanks, Pine Cones.
Remember, Pine Cones are not approved by your doctor for use as a suppository.
Ooh. Fancy.
And yeah, so everything else I leave up to you guys.
Indeed. Skip Trace. What are you doing? Who are you? As you found yourself on the side of a building, this cargo container that's been converted into about a 3-story building. Maybe a couple of them Legoed on top of each other, and there's a fire escape that you're descending. You look down over your shoulder on the ground floor, so 2.5 stories below you. You see how many people? How many people? Andrea, will you roll me a d4? Gotta
maybe
skip Trace up. Fuck it up, skip Trace. You see 2 guys. We'll say, they look like paramilitary people, perhaps. Kind of hard to tell. They're not wearing really a uniform. They don't have the armor on that the official, the Capitol people had on. But there's something about their bearing that gives you the feel of they are mercenaries of some sort. Perhaps it's the guns that are slung over their shoulders. They don't have them drawn. They have respirators on, so no armor. But, you know, Doc Martens, pretty much space docs. Get it? Sort of cargo pants and communist era style button-ups. Little beret things. Who are you?
Okay. As I am going down the ladder, I'm going to slip a little purposely.
Oh, be careful.
And as I get down, I will lift the visor of my helmet and be like, "Sorry, I'm a little inebriated, and I was trying to find my way back to the bar. I thought I'd climb up there and see if I can see it from there. It's the greasy wheel bearing.
What even?
No, greasy axle. Yeah, I'm gonna bid human."
Drizzle, it's almost like you've never been drunk. No. Drizzle knows all about drinking.
Yep. And drinking is a human trait, so I'm gonna...
That it is. What do you bid?
Human.
Oh, you bid human?
Yeah, that's how I'm bidding human, yeah.
I bid I'm human. It's the reason for society. Yeah, as one of them looks and says, he looks at the other guy and says, Goose. It's his name. Goose. This merc is drunk on the job. As the other guy goes, Where'd you say you were going? Don't fall, you Dullard.
It's greasy.
Yeah, we
Well,
know. We'll take you there. We'll take you. That's firearms on safety, right?
Yeah. It's
Kind of
it's
eye you. You see a Goose. I love this picture. He's this 20-something-year-old, lithe-looking, just full of piss and vinegar, paramilitary kid with luscious, wavy blonde hair that goes his entire, just fucking thick ass fucking. Anyway, a dream boat, sort of. Looks like a diver. Anyway, as you descend, slipping here and there, they get you by both arms to help you up. And the other one.
I got it.
It's okay. What's your name? What's your name?
Scab.
Gab. Good name. Good name. They turn. Which unit are you with?
That's my cap. They're all back there. I think they're back there. Yeah.
And he's 3 sheets to the plantation. Okay. As you see, the other one who has a little name deal, it says Moog. So Goose and Moog. As Moog says, I'll get the weapon. As he secures the weapon slung around your shoulder. I'm sorry, Goose is a lady. But she talks like I just said. As Moog gets the weapon and checks it to make sure that the safety's on. As they're kind of like holding you there.
Be careful. That's my.
What kind of weapon is it?
It is a big gun.
Do you know what that is?
Well, it's I can't remember if we talked about it because it's kind of changed because at one point we talked about it almost like it was a 50 cal, but I don't like.
It's an M56 smart gun from Aliens. That's what it is. It's one of those fucking. It has a harness. It's a big fucking gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. As they're checking it, they're like, Goose, the lady, will say, "Where'd you find this? What? Is this some of the new weaponry from new armaments from the Clad?"
It's assigned to me.
I bet it was. As you see her like hitting a couple buttons, they don't do anything. So, it doesn't work because the bio touch. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. Her finger doesn't work on it. Well, I guess we'll get you back. As they sort of sling the gun up, and it rotates to your back and hooks in so you can actually climb stuff, and they haul you back. All right. Is your helmet up?
I took it up when we got, like, when they asked me who I was. I did take it up to talk to them.
Okay. What kind of comm do you have? Is it in ear? Or is it just the helmet?
I don't know. What is the usual?
It's up to you, sir.
Oh, I would say it would be in. I'd say it'd be in ear.
Okay. You hear, it's Silas's voice. Skip. Do I need to take these two out? As Skip, you know where to look. You see Silas, you go to your eye line goes to the top, and you see him with a sniper rifle looking at you.
Wait a second. And I shut the I'm like, whoa, and I shut it real quick. And I'm like,
Jesus.
You take one and I'll take the other.
You see Moog turn. Hey, Dolby, roll me D6. 1, 2, 3 is Goose. 4, 5, 6 is Moog.
It's a 5.
As Moog turns, and
Oh, wait a second. Or out of game. Is Silas's gun, is it silenced?
you see Moog turn, and you don't know. You get your helmet up or down. Blood splatters on your helmet, obscuring that side, as you see Moog's head is mostly gone. As his body spins around, he kind of like does like this like chicken dance for a second and crumples down in this spray of blood. Goose stands there covered in blood, except for like where you are, Skip. Your body has shielded her, so wherever your body wasn't, that's where she got blooded. And she's just standing there dripping, looking completely in shock, has no idea what's going on. Let's find out if it was silenced, or you guys could bid. You could bid Silas.
We've already bid Silas.
Silas is a PC who's an NPC, so you have 2 bids.
Oh, okay.
2 bids.
To have used perhaps the sniper rifle.
Or
in
can I spend a narrative point and say that it is silenced? Is that fine? Since it is a sniper rifle, most of them would be silenced.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can. It just makes it a different sniper rifle than I had in mind, which is perfectly fine. Still powerful, all that stuff.
Okay.
Yep. As there's this sound, so it's silenced, meaning it doesn't have the explosion of a sniper rifle.
Right. Yeah.
But there is a sound. It's just not as recognizable. This.
Right.
Skip, the action is on you. Player turn.
I am bidding Tough to grab my knife and try and go on Goose.
Yeah. Unarmored, she is. Go ahead and throw down to see how much damage you take, or you deal.
And she's a pretty adorable.
Not anymore.
She was pretty.
And remember, you get a D6 chaos die for targeting. Dolby, you hear Silas's voice. Shh. Dolby, engage the enemy. Shh. Comes back. One enemy down. Silenced. Waiting to see what Skip does. Shh.
Oops. There we go. Okay, so that is 5 successes.
Yep. And your Kniff.
Yeah, and I got a 10 on a die. That means I pull back a trait.
Nice.
And then, so damage is...
Nice.
I don't have damage on the knife.
It should be a D4 plus 1 if it's a medium weapon. If it's like a knife, or is it just loaded with like a knife?
It's a Bowie knife.
Yeah, it's a knife.
Yeah,
so it's a D4 plus 1.
Oh, he's in space.
In space!
That's 4 on the die, plus 1, which makes it 5. And then how many extra do I get for the...
How many successes did you roll?
I had 5 successes.
So 5.
So that's 10 damage.
You hit her. Yeah, go ahead and describe what happens here.
As she's like, what? Like, literally, I just, like, quickly you see me go from to, and I get her right, I take the knife and get her right under the chin to where she can't, she's like, and I slowly just kind of like lay her down into the alleyway. And then I proceed to start looking for a trash bin or somewhere to put these bodies right offhand.
Lieutenant, 2 bogeys
Uh,
are down. Still on Overwatch.
Okay. Is there any cause for concern? Are we good? Is our cover good so far?
You see in front of you the lieutenant commander, whose name you still don't know. Say, is something wrong? As you just hear blah 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 of your earpiece.
I think we took out a couple of people.
Her eyes kind of get large. Oh, yeah, has it begun? She starts to kind of stand up.
No. It was quiet,
She sits down slowly.
I think.
Burgess, the man in front of you. Do you remember his name?
Repeat.
Man, you're good. He is like a dock worker. He's clearly drunk, but like never actually gets drunk. He's just like, so anyway, what I did this one time with the factory machine thing, and he's telling stories. And the grease was everywhere. People laugh.
Really?
Also,
That's a lot of grease.
It's a lot of grease. You can't believe.
Do I hear on comms?
Do you want to be piped into Dolby's comm?
Yeah, because I'm too stupid to turn it off.
Sure. You hear that, so everyone would have heard. We'll say Silas told the entire team.
Open columns.
Yeah.
I get up and leave.
Where are you going?
Look. I gotta use the bathroom. Kind of an emergency, and I gotta get back to my room to get this suit off in time. So, it's for the best.
Hold on. He pulls out a pine cone. Use this.
Thank you, Peep. I'll never forget this. And I'll leave.
All right, Dolby and Katrina, you see, you see Burgess stand up with a start, take the pine cone and descend the stairs. Dig, 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 dig. Out of the room.
I'm
That's a
gonna
good
nod
product
at,
placement there.
I'm gonna
Sponsors are
nod at
satisfied.
Cherokee Sue,
Yep.
insisting that he follow Burgess. Just
Cherokee Sue labors to get up, and he, with his incredibly long legs, descends. It seems like his torso and his head takes forever to descend. Cherokee, we have decided that Cherokee Sue is 6'10", but it's all legs.
legs up until the what? Yeah.
I radio to Skip. Skip, where are you?
It's taken care of. I'm gonna try and hide these, and I'll be back that way in a minute.
Katrina, will you roll me a d6? And Skip, will you say high or low?
Low.
It was high.
Hey! As Skip, you have one of the bodies, Fargo style, in the dumpster. As the other one you're like holding up, its head's gone. As you see a guy come around the corner. He's like, what the hell are you? As his head explodes and he goes down. Lieutenant, we might have a situation. As you hear footfalls, not too distant, but not very close, around the building.
Okay.
Where'd they go? Oh my god! La Résistance is attacking!
Okay. So as
Hit the alarm!
which way did they come around the building? Did they come around the
way.
from the
your
north side or the south
left.
side?
South.
From the
So
south side.
you're
I'm on the north side of the compound.
you're on the okay. So you're on the north side, which means, well, actually, you'll have to be either on the west or the east. Otherwise, well, no, she. Silas could have hit you, or could have marked you. We'll say that you're on the west, northwest side. That would actually work. They would have come around to the north.
Okay.
So you're northwest. You need to go towards the south to get to the bar.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So they're coming around that way.
Okay. After that third body goes down, I just drop the bodies, and I start to like.
Yes!
I'm yeah. That's what I was waiting for.
Katrina,
If it had been a different name, I wouldn't have killed him. But I'm hoofing it down towards the bar way, but skirting around the capital.
World action. Your footfalls behind you, and there he is. Gunfire towards you.
I'm going to spend cunning.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And I will drop down behind the dumpster.
Okay. One of the other dumpsters that is around there.
Yeah, which or the one that I was putting the bodies in.
Okay, so you haven't moved much. All right, so you just whip around the wall. You see gunfire exploding off, the sidewalk and stuff. As they got off a few shots.
And I will. How many of them do I see?
As you looked, you saw 3 or 4. You weren't sure because you whipped around the corner.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my hollow pistol.
Okay.
And shoot back with it at
bang, bang.
There, yeah.
Yep. All right, what do you bid?
I'm going to bid.
In the bar, you guys hear
Rock and roll.
Oh, if I hear gunfire, I'm going to spend cunning.
Yeah. As you spend cunning, you see the lieutenant commander. Her eyes go wide with the sound. As you see Cherokee turns, shunk, and disappear down like a drain pipe, like Mario. Whoo! You hear a clang clang, clamorous calamity downstairs as his enormous body has hit something. Yeah. Skip. You are up. You're bidding to attack. Go ahead and throw thyself down to the floor.
Okay, I have. Oh, it's not a call. Okay.
Threshold will be 3, where they are not suspecting you to be so nimbly pimbly.
Okay.
Anyone else spending cunning other than Dolby? Okay. Dolby, what are you doing?
Well, Lieutenant, they're dialing
sorry,
my number.
My mic was off. I said I was going to spend cunning.
Oh,
my bad.
Okay. We said
I said, well, Lieutenant, they're dialing. They're calling me. I didn't plan on going now, but these things happen. I expect that shit's going down now. So if you got some plans and you want to get on a boat with us, figure it out. And I run down the stairs and out towards the front. And I'll bid something.
Yes.
I will bid my nature, which is hateful. Because I'm drunk. And I'm gonna take a quart.
Oh shit.
To sober me up.
Yeah, as you're heading downstairs, you see Cherokee apologizing as he has crushed part of the bar with his body. He's standing up. Sorry. As he puts his helmet down, seeing you pop down, and we'll have you describe popping Court here in a second. All right, Skip, what's going on?
I got 3 successes, so I'm at limbo.
Right, with the hollow pistol, as it's just a handle, you click the power button as hard light becomes. What does your gun look like? This pistol.
This one would be just a side, because this is not my typical weapon. It's one we picked up on one of the missions. So it doesn't match necessarily the rest of it. Like if you look at me, my gun, my knife, they fit. But this looks a little bit odd. It looks like maybe I got it at it's not necessarily issued to me, or if it wasn't issued at the same time everything else was. So it's an odd looking
weapon.
You're like, why's he got that?
So this weapon, the light is kind of has this bluish tint, and it looks like an old school, like 19th century wheel gun. The muzzle of it does, or the barrel and the muzzle, as it shoots. What? Pulses of energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So you haven't
I
used it yet.
personally don't know. Yeah,
Yep,
no,
it
I
shoots-
haven't.
It's an energy weapon. As you see these pulses of energy, hit one of the guys in the shoulder and in the chest. As blood spews out, they don't have armor. The fools, perhaps Skip thinks. So roll the damage. It'd be 2d4 plus 1.
Okay, that's what I was gonna. So 7.
Since it's limbo, it would be halved.
Okay.
As
So,
you hear Bobby, as he kind of goes down to a knee. Ooh! La Résistance! La Résistance! Dolby, describe this whole scene of you jumping down the stairs and doing your thing.
Can I? Okay. Basically, I think Dolby's Court. It's a needle, like it's like a little thing that he just hits a button and it injects this serum into his suit. So he hits the little juice button, and like he's gone from raging alcoholic to raging alcoholic on cocaine.
Yeah. As your eyes dilate, everything you hear, everything. You're surprised by your own speed and reflexes. As you pop down nimbly, you feel young again.
Yeah, I feel young. I'm gonna burst out the door.
The door,
I don't
like,
just I might even knock some
knock
of the
it off the hinges. As slow-mo
and I'm
cam
gonna
as you pop out.
I'm gonna roll out into the center of the street and go full defense and like see if I can see anybody.
From where
around.
you are and where they are, you hear the gunfire, but they are around the corner. You can make it, especially on Court.
Well, I would like to make make it to around the corner, and I want to run out into the street and like I want to bypass into the corner. Yeah. Because I don't know if my troops are being fired at specifically,
Sure.
So I don't know this scenario, so I want to draw fire.
Yep.
So
As you pop into the middle of the street like a Western, run to the end of it, surprising yourself at how fast you're running. Clang, 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 clang. This is amazing. You do feel the wobble in your knees though, here and there, but the Court will take care of that. As you round the corner, dust flies up and hits the wall, and you can actually see out ahead a couple blocks. As the street has curved around, you see where Skip Trace has his back up against this large dumpster, and there's a ricochet of fire around him. You could see one of his assailants, just barely. So you could attack.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
And I should tell you something else as well. So you're looking down the road that curves around to your right. Directly in the thoroughfare in front of you, the main road leads to the Capitol. You see sirens, or these siren lights, red lights, start spinning and flashing, and you see more paramilitary coming out of the Capitol. You're in the middle of the street, so they can see you.
Yeah,
It looks like there's
good.
about 4 of them. They're pretty far away, but it would be difficult for them to hit you or you to hit them. It's possible,
Sure.
but they're pretty far.
I'm not going to attack anybody this turn.
Okay.
I'm going to look at. I want to surveil the scene. I want to know where I can hide if I need to hide. I want to know. But I'm gonna just stay there in the middle of the street and surveil the scene, going into full defense.
Yep.
If
There's
anybody
a couple
attacks.
places you could duck behind to get some cover. Otherwise, you are in the middle of the street, so
Yeah.
you're
I want to be seen.
you're in the open, and
If-
it seems like they see you.
Yeah, so I want to be
There
seen.
they are! You hear one say.
And then if I hear that and I can move, I'm gonna move away from the fire. And can I radio everybody? Or no?
You're on court, so yeah, we can have one extra action here. So
Okay.
you're in the middle of the street. Do you want to move to a specific place, or
Right.
what as you radio?
I'm just going to say I'm gonna draw their fire.
Okay, so there's 2 directions you can go. You can run back the way you came, which is towards the south, towards the wall, past the bar and out, or you can follow the round road and go away from the fire. Or the fire.
If I follow the round road, it takes me away from both the bar and the fire.
Correct.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Although the Capitol building is in the center of all of this, so you can't get away from that by going
Sure.
around the round road. Okay.
So it's but it's not heading towards. I don't know where the Capitol building is, do I?
Yeah, you saw it.
Oh, I do. Okay,
That's what they're
so
coming out of.
it's not going directly towards the Capitol. I'm going around. So
Yeah,
I'll go
you're
around the
going
road. I'm going away from Skip. I'm going
Yep.
away from the bar.
Yep.
Going around the round road.
Yep, you're circling around counterclockwise. All right,
Yeah.
Katrina. You had
As
dropped.
Dolby, is getting up and leaving, Katrina will look across at the girl whose name we still don't know, and say to her, "How reliable is the power here?"
Oh, it's pretty reliable.
Well, I
anything, we have
guess what
too
I'm
much.
asking. I guess what I'm asking is, would a power outage cause concern?
Yeah, of course. Why? How would it not?
Would people think that there was an attack happening?
I don't know. She just looks flummoxed. I don't know. Why are you? What's going on out there? As you see her starting to move, but she's just in shock. Yeah, sure.
Well, okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna turn the lights out for a minute.
She just kind of looks at you questioningly. What? All right, what do you do?
Katrina stands up and walks over to the nearest power outlet,
You do?
and puts her right hand against it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will bid a tech mage, and then I will use I'll bid tech mage just to do the action, and then I'll bid unknown artifact, which is another attribute, to activate haywire, which causes basically electrical malfunctions.
Yeah. So you stick your finger in the socket. Yeah.
Fair.
Go ahead and throw down. This can have limited success because they don't. It's a city, so transformers do exist. Ergo, one will blow, and then the rest of the city won't. However, you can cause some pretty good damage. The main thing here is you're gonna get shocked. Then again, it's just an outlet. It's not like you've stuck your arm in like a nuclear silo or something.
Okay.
Burgess, I know you got to bounce soon. Are you going to spend cunning and go? Because you were actually already downstairs when you saw Dolby Kool-Aid Man out the front door.
I'm going to spend cunning, and I'm going to follow Dolby out the front door.
You do. You see him running really fast. Abnormally fast.
Yeah, well, since I'm in a mechanical suit, despite how heavy it is, I can keep up.
Yeah, you can try.
Almost.
He seems amped, though.
Okay. Well, I'll be behind him.
Like he's drank the Kool-Aid. As you...
And I will radio...
Run up behind. You see him out ahead, and then he's running the other way. Then he's running the other direction, suddenly, as you start going that way.
I guess I follow him, because he's the lieutenant.
Yep. So he runs out front, takes a left. Before you even get there, he's running off to the right. Pulls a Han Solo, and you're after him.
Where are you going?
I'm trying to get their military people to follow me. So if you're going my way, it's gonna get hot where I'm gonna be.
Burgess, straight down.
Get hot. I know. I'm gonna make it hot.
Burgess, straight down the street, you see maybe half a mile. There's this Capitol building, all futuristic style, neo Art Deco, in fact, and assailants are coming out and starting to shoot at you guys.
So wait, do I see assailants in front of me?
Yeah.
I radio.
You stand there.
I say, time for some fire, and I radio that off. I actually say that over the comms accidentally. I say, time for some fire like you've never seen before.
All right, what do you do? Now they are about half a mile away, so you're aware. You have to run up to them.
Maybe a little far away.
I get behind I try and get some cover.
Okay.
And I say,
that you're far enough away to where this fire they're firing at you, it's probably not going to hit you. Like you're a quarter to a half mile away, depending on who's in front.
I say, get him in closer. I got something for him.
Okay.
All right. Katrina, what'd you roll?
I got a total of 5 successes.
Okay, the lights in the building just shut down with a blue arc of energy. At Grapeep's punchline. Come on, it wasn't that bad. You hear him say in the dark. And a fire starts. It starts at the outlet. In an instant, rages up where the line is, through the ceiling, out the top. If you guys could see, we'll say Dolby, you can see since you're running. You see, it looks like the chimney just explodes in a plume of fire as several buildings go dark. One of them being the food processing, or part of the food processing plant. Katrina, having 5 successes, the threshold was 4, so you don't get a narrative point, but you do get a clean success. As your hand is thrown back by this, and from your about your forearm down to your hand, it's numb, but you don't take any damage.
Gotcha.
what just happened? As this room is smoking, and you see within the walls, hey, it's another one of your characters that's causing arson.
No. I mean, I
Where do
didn't
you
know.
think
I should know, but.
Where do you think I got the image from?
Oh shit! As the rice cooker bot goes, its eyes turned red. You see its arms zing, come over top of it, almost like an arachnid, as it climbs over the bar. This will be the antagonist's turn, as it clang, 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 pushes you out of the way and starts trying to put out the fire. I'm so funny. I'm so funny. I'm so fucking
On that
funny.
note, I gotta go.
I'm so funny. Bye, Holker. Thank you.
Be back on Thursday for the Geeky Gamers podcast.
Geeky Gamer Podcast.
Geeky Gamer Podcast.
Holker, peace out, man.
Oh shit! I gotta fucking do some
Yep.
shit.
Your shit has got to be done. Skip trace.
Yep.
Couple guys run around the corner and start trying to hose you as the other two lay down suppressive fire.
Depressing fire.
Depressing fire. All right. So they are both trying to hose you. So it's going to be one roll. It depends on how you want to attempt to avoid or take or block or whatever
what
it
do
is.
you mean hose me?
They're trying to kill
Shoot
you
at
with
me?
their weapons. Yes.
Oh, they just shoot. Okay.
To
Well,
hose you down with bullets.
Well, okay, with the fire, because we were talking about fire. I'm like, do they have fire too?
They
Is that
hose
what it
you
is? I've got two guys shooting at me, and then these guys come up to like douse me with fire. Is what I thought.
No.
We just talking about flamethrowers, so I wasn't
Two are shooting
sure.
suppressive fire, trying to keep your head down, as other two run up kind of a wide angle, and with their little Uzi guns,
Okay.
let you have it. This is going to be up to you what you throw down at reaction roll to. How you want to do this is up to you.
Okay.
The threshold. The threshold is 4 to avoid getting hosed.
Okay.
Are they?
If they are heading towards me, do I have the ability to retreat back to like the next
Yep.
enclave and use
Yep.
that as my okay? So
And that will
it's,
be how your role is actually enacted. So you're running.
Okay.
What were you saying, Dudleby?
I was gonna say, are they pretty like the other ones? Just aesthetic.
They are. They look almost exactly the same.
If they look exactly the same, that would be really helpful.
Yeah, I think they look like pretty much. You didn't see them up close, so they seem almost the same. Maybe they're brothers or sisters.
They could be twins.
Yeah,
is what you're
They
telling
might be
me.
twins. They might be twins.
Because that would be great.
Andrea, do you have a naked torso behind you? Is
No.
that
Yeah.
is that a
That's
naked
Boba
woman?
Fett.
That's Boba Fett.
Yeah, it's a
Boba Fett. Boba Fett.
it's a mannequin. Yeah. It's Booba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Oh, it's Boba Fett.
I'll give you a
So
naked
I,
torso for that. That's pretty good. Boba Fett.
So funny enough, a little quick side story about that. So the reason she has duct tape on her boobs,
Uh-huh.
because there's nothing there, right? There's no nipples or anything. But I had a picture of it with like a cowl over it that I was putting on Instagram. And Instagram wouldn't let me post it because it said it was nudity.
Damn titties.
So I put the X's over it. It's like, oh,
Boba Fett.
guess that works. Yeah.
hey,
I get in trouble for a lot of stuff, but it's not nudity on Instagram.
Skip trace.
yes.
You get a D10 extra die. As Silas was on Overwatch, you had bid him, so
okay.
he will be helping you.
Let me. What did you say the threshold was?
4.
Okay, so I'm at 4 right now. But I'm gonna re-roll this one for Silas.
Rolling dice.
Oh,
so
nice.
exciting.
So I got that puts me up to 6.
All right, so that's a narrative
And-
point. As describe how you somehow get away without a scratch.
Well, as they're coming towards me and these guys are shooting from back here and they're coming up getting ready to fire, I'm like, I quickly pull out, or I've got my hollow pistol and I'm like, and I just shoot, like randomly shoot. But as I'm doing so, they're a little cautious because they watched, they saw the one go down and then they saw these two bodies, so they're just a little cautious when I pull out and I like pow pow. But like as I'm doing that, like I take like a back, like roll into like the next cover area.
Yep. As you hear the boom of the sniper rifle overhead. Boom, boom. There's a sniper. Or do you want them to believe it's you?
No, I want them to believe it's me. I'll use the narrative point to say that they think that I'm taking all this down. Is why they start to pop when I pop up. Like even though suppressing fire, I'm gonna pop up and do those pow pow. So they're like, oh, they just take a moment's pause as I run back.
As boom 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 go over your head. You know it's Silas's sniper rifle, but they don't. As one just goes prone. Oh God! What are they using? Our weapons are useless against them.
It's
go on.
It's like, do you remember? Does anybody remember the movie? I think it's Real Men with Jim Belushi and John Ritter, where John Ritter comes out and is doing this with his hand, and the sniper's actually killing him, and they think it's his fingers.
Dolby, you see yet again Skip Trace's ability in a firefight to just stand up in suppressing fire. You see his heroism as a PMC Marine. He jumps over some barrels and stuff that explode in fire, as in a rain of fire. 4 dudes who run out of the Capitol, run after you, Dolby, as they fire at you. All around you, impacts from their weapons. Ding, 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 ding. This is your reaction roll. It's up to you how you avoid this fire. The threshold, since there are 4 of them attacking you, will be 5.
And I did say that I was in full defense.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I don't remember all of the stipulations for that.
The special stoof.
The special stuff, but I can that is in the it's in the into space.
No, that should be in the book.
That's in the book, literal
the DreadLore core book.
I can look it up.
Should be in the DreadLore core book. You can get for free if you go to dreadlore.com.
What page is it on, I wonder?
I want to say, because, I wrote it, so I can't remember. I believe it's Chaos Die. Or, an Extra Die is what you get. Because most of that stuff, most of the special stuff, it all follows the same rule, and then with abilities, it upgrades it.
I thought it... Are you sure that it's... not in the additional stuff?
So maybe.
I don't remember. All right, well, whatever it is, I looked up full defense in the book, and
I don't think there's a full...
I think it's in the into space, and if I thought I had my notes up, but I don't have my notes up, so I don't understand.
It's not in the into space thing. Those kinds of rules wouldn't be in there. And I also just looked it up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What was it in? It's in. What is there another one? Is there another
stereotypical gamer stuff? Like sorcerers and wizards who are like, I use this spell, but they actually don't know what it does. I'm gonna go full defensive, but I have no fucking clue what it does.
I mean, I know it. I know it did something. I know it did something.
I don't know.
I read it.
Probably. There's been many
defense.
things.
It's
many,
page
many rules.
242.
Right.
So is defense. And
So in the special actions in the errata, on your turn, a character can use a bid, a trait to go full defensive. This gains them an automatic 2 successes to defend themselves against physical attacks until they stop being full defensive. While taking the action, the character can perform other tasks, but cannot do anything that requires them to drop their guard without losing the benefit of full defense. So you gain an extra 2 successes to do that, and it makes sense. You're on the run. You are full defensive, ducking and weaving, and that kind of thing. Yeah. So it gives you 2 successes. It's in the errata.
And do I get to bid?
No. You already did it.
I already did my bid.
Yeah, so the idea is that you bid, I'm assuming, to go full defensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is active. If you do something else that isn't defensive, you lose the benefit of being full defensive. The whole idea is you gain those 2 successes, but you can't take actions that, I mean, you could like load your gun and shit like that, but otherwise you're not being full defensive. You could shout insults at them.
Yeah, I don't plan on doing either. I just want to get their attention. I was just wondering if I could bid abilities.
You could bid to get their attention, sure. Although you have it right now, but...
well, I'm going to flip on my force field.
That you
personal
definitely
force field.
100%.
And...
roll your D6, dog. Don't roll a 1.
Yeah. I did roll 1, but I did fail a thing, and it's
I know. I cursed you with the Arbiter's curse.
You did. You totally did, and I'm gonna do it again. This time I got a 3.
As you see the hard light appear around you.
Yeah.
And
I would imagine I'm anything but stealthy in this moment.
Nope. You're running. You have this overshield on.
And I would like to use my shield to activate my approaching Buddha with the sword.
Sure.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
So that gives me, it's upgraded 2 times.
Okay.
So that gives me 4 successes, or do I need to do something for approaching? No, for approaching Buddha with the sword, you get... Fucking hell, you're going to make me look that shit up in the book again.
Indeed, if you use abilities, you have to know what they do. That's why there's a book. So you can open
I've never used this before.
Approaching Buddha with a sword was way more powerful in the first version of DreadLore. But it's a totally different game. All right, this is what it does. It gives you it's been said that a warrior's weapon must become an extension of their body, even an extension of their mind. There's a deadly focus you gain when wielding a sword, so you got to have a sword out.
I do have a sword.
Or a weapon of similar make, which allows you to fend off multiple attacks with fluidity and ease that's mesmerizing. Activate approaching the Buddha with a sword to negate the increases to the threshold to defend yourself from multiple physical attacks. In effect, lasts for a round. So the idea is, if multiple people attack you, it doesn't mount the threshold. That's what the power does. Now, normally, that's what happens. Your upgrades grant you +1 and +2 bonuses, respectively, to defend yourself from attacks. And you say it's upgraded twice. So that means you get another +2. And it doesn't matter how many people are attacking you. It's just the base threshold. So it doesn't mount on you, which is really good. Sure. You got to have your weapon out.
Yeah. And I'm going to pull out I'll pull out my laser sword.
Roll that D6, baby. Don't roll a 1.
Yeah, that would be really bad. Honestly, that would be probably... my sword is upgraded. I spent... is it always a D6?
It's always a D6. The extra die can get can increase, but the chaos die on
die is always
or unstable
D6.
weapons are always D6.
Fuck me.
Unless you have a therapist with you, and then
I don't have it there. I got a 2.
all right, that's not a 1. Zot, zot, zot. As you kind of wave it, oh, as Dolby's full Dolby. All right, you get your reaction roll. Roll it to avoid the fire of many, many guns. Threshold is 5.
Yeah. And that is 2 additional successes.
So what's your total?
6.
Yeah, so clean success as several of the bullets ricochet off your shield, slow bullet style, or like a slow blade pierces the shield style. So they like plug in a couple, like where your head would be, but then are sent off deflected. Hits like a bird. As there's a couple times, perhaps you bat them away and melt the bullets in the air with your laser sword. Whoop, 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 whoop. In a show of grace and elegance, the likes that Skip, you likely have not seen often from Dolby. As he like does the Conan thing and whips it around his back, whoop, 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 with a flourish fueled by court. All right.
My name is Nico Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Siren goes off. Whoop, 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 whoop. Some of those drones whoop, 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 start like swarming and sending off as messages are sent, and it is the player's turn.
I don't think it's to our advantage to attack everyone. So you guys, do you think we should attack? I think we should disperse and regroup. Or do you think right now is good to go?
Let's use the confusion to kill Confucius.
Oh, okay. So you want to go for it?
Let's do it.
Real quick. Skip, maybe the dam, and I'm gonna radio Wilhelm.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Wilhelm, I need a
Yes.
little
Lieutenant.
distraction. I need you to monitor any planes flying towards this explosion.
There
that
are
we're gonna
several
cause.
flying towards the city.
Can you
A
use the
large
crawler?
vessel is heading that way.
Can you use the crawler to slow him down a little bit?
There's kind of a pause. Yes.
Do so.
Katrina will whisper into her mic, "Give him a dirt nap, Wilhelm."
Yeah, give it all you got. It's going down.
Outside, there's this brawl. Doom, 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 da-da, as the tank turns into Johnny 25 as all this dust explodes from the joints and such as it turns on. Its rocket launcher railgun looking thing. You guys hear of what sounds like potentially Gatling guns or something, and if you look up at where the towers are, there's lights that are flashing around, and some of the wall like starts blowing up as Johnny 25 is shooting at the city at something you can't quite see. See who would possibly see. Dolby, you might be able to since you're out in the open. Silas could. Skip, I'm going to say you're going to have to break cover to be able to see it, and Katrina, you have to go outside.
And can I message? I'll just leave the channel open and say, somebody give Gostrom a heads up. It's now. Engineering, what are you doing? Do it.
All right. What are the rest of you doing?
Katrina, at this point, having turned off the lights and almost burned the bar down, apparently, she'll look around and see if she can spot that one lady the lieutenant lady whose name we still don't know.
Yeah, she's right there, like next to you.
She'll grab her shoulder. So yeah, it's going down. We should get out of here.
She nods as she pulls out her firearm. Let's go. And she folds down her collar. It's about time. In looking at your armor, you see she doesn't say anything, but there's a look of envy that she doesn't have her military stuff. She's in like a dress.
That's fair.
Like a polka dot dress with leather boots.
What is the most efficient route to where Confucius would be?
So I don't know where he is. He moves locations, but the capital, he has a couple safe houses.
All right.
Some think it's under the fountain, but I think that's complete malarkey.
Well, let's go find out.
You first. Oh, by the way, she turns and shakes your hand, or goes to shake your hand. Lieutenant Commander Colney.
Colney. That's a pretty cool name.
She looks at you and shoots you in the face.
Maybe you should call me later.
She arcs an eyebrow. Maybe once we get out of this. What do you bid?
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. I'm gonna bid. What do I got left? Cocky is my demeanor.
She kind of looks you up and down, and does a wry smile. You see that she's, who knows? Maybe later.
If I had a narrative point, which I don't, I would say that a little spark, like remnant from what happened before, probably jumped across.
You know what? Let's fuck it. I'll spend a narrative point on that.
Yeah, she gives you a lustful gaze. I like women who are women of action. Outside, Skip, it's your turn.
Yep. I'm going to shoot at the guy closest to me.
All right, there are two that are closest and two beyond that.
Well, just whichever one of the two that is actually closest to me. Yep.
What are you using to shoot at him?
The hollow pistol. That's what I've got out right now.
Do it. You guys hear of a flamethrower and purple fire. All cloaked behind buildings and such. Moments later, Dolby, you see a guy completely engulfed in purple fire run around, like shooting his gun in the air as he gets shot in the head with a sniper rifle and skids to a halt, burning in the lawn. Max has been killed.
Oh no.
Not Maxie, Max.
Okay.
There can only be one.
There can only be one Max.
There can be only one.
New Highlander film coming out soon.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's starring somebody you wouldn't expect. Oh, Superman.
Henry
or
Cavill?
The Witcher. Yeah.
Henry Cavill? Yeah, I bet he'd be awesome in it.
What is the threshold on this one?
So on this guy, it'd be threshold 3. Their bow def is 3. Unless it's influenced by something. Bow def meaning bonus defense. Player turn. You got a clean success, so yeah, it's bow def 3.
Okay.
What do you bid to attack? Or to do whatever you do? I bid.
Well,
Something's off to the
yeah.
right.
I had bid Scrapper, but I'm
Scrapper.
trying to.
Well, first, bid Scrapper and then throw down.
Yeah, I know. That's
All right, what'd you get?
right now. I'm sitting at 1.
Okay. As you pull out
And
the
I
hollow
had-
pistol.
And I had I've bid 2 ninja gears, and I've used 1 proficiency, and I'm still at 1. So this is not going so well for Simon.
Yeah, we'll say so for Simon. As Skip,
for
you're on your
Skip,
back.
yeah.
You're on your back, having jumped over this this trash can, and maybe you actually slipped and like you fell on the small of your back. It kind of hurts as you get your legs up and you're firing between your knees at this guy, and he's just able to.
Okay.
However, with
I'm
the
gonna
boat,
bid.
go on.
I'm gonna bid a flaw, invincible, to activate rifles, which gives me 1 success. So that keeps me from an utter failure. So I only got
But
2 successes out of.
It's not an utter failure. Just be he would get a narrative point. Utter failure is a 1 and a
that's-
1. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's sorry. Like that keeps me from. I only failed by
From
1,
a crit.
not- Yeah, from a crit fail.
As he almost flanks you to properly hose you down, as you maybe kick the can.
Yeah.
You don't kick. You kick the dumpster out, and it messes with his legs.
Mhm.
That said, you are on your back.
So I will use my movement.
Yep.
I will
To get up.
I will stand up and still kind of try to retreat and stay in cover.
Yep. So you're in retreat.
Yeah.
All right. Dolby. Got a laser sword out and deflection shield up.
My goal is to attract as many people in my direction
Oh yeah,
as
people are
possible.
coming.
Oh, is it player's turn? Is it my turn?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like did I not give orders? And
Well, you
I
can
feel like
affect the scene as you wish.
oh
Like
well,
you can bid to make stuff happen.
I just want to bid no fucks, which is a flaw of mine.
Mm-hmm.
To rally the troops to activate my authoritarian presence.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give out a couple of orders to everybody.
What do you say?
And I want to make my presence really big, so anybody stepping out anywhere, all eyes on me. If I don't draw their attention, and you guys don't got my back, we're in trouble. So I guess I'm going to turn around and go towards the barracks.
The barracks?
Or towards the whatever it is they're coming out of.
Oh, the capital.
Yeah,
So
four
you're
guys.
running around counterclockwise.
Yeah.
You will up ahead. You see a couple dudes coming around the corner towards you. Behind them is the fountain and the statue. And you see this road goes up to the fountain and then goes off to the left towards the capital.
Mhm.
Or you can run back where you came from and get to the capital that way.
No, I think I'm going to keep running. I'm on court. I'm going to try and get everybody to start running after me. I'm going to keep in full
They're all
defense.
coming at you. Area of view,
And
people are descending upon you.
Yeah, I'm going to keep running out in the open. And Silas, keep taking him out.
Silas has
Buddy.
Overwatch on you. You see Silas like, all right, Skip, you're on your own for the time being. As gotta help the lieutenant. Get some Overwatch.
Willem, get Gostrom on the line. It's happening. I would like to bid
Lieutenant.
I would like to bid Josh to ready the engines just in case. Don't take off. Don't give up your. Just be ready to go. Archangel, listen
Yeah.
to comms. If you hear anything about the location of this guy Confucius, you let us know.
Yay! There's a lot of traffic going on.
Yeah, well, Confucius location, that's all I care about.
Confucius, really?
Or Confucus or whatever the guy's name is. I don't know the guy's name. Confu. I don't, how do you say it?
You're right. It's Confucius.
Confucius.
Yeah, I mean, I can try to listen. Yeah, okay. I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
You want from the clad? Do you want from the city defenses? Do you want from that big ship that's coming towards you all? What are you doing?
I want it broadcast to everybody. I want, if you hear a location,
you ask for it as you get all these communications all
no.
in your helmet.
I want the location. As soon as you find the location, I would love to bid Archangel. As soon as you find the location, I want his location broadcast to everybody on this planet.
Oh, yeah. So we call
Josh,
Confucius. Okay, I'll look it for him.
When that happens, I'm guessing the ship will be seen.
I mean, Lieutenant, we're still pretty far away. It'll take us at least, I don't know, going stealthy. What, like, as you're like running and like dodging and I don't know, maybe 5-6 minutes.
I don't care. Just fucking. You don't have to move the ship now. I'm just asking you to ready the
Alice. You hear Alice. They're in trouble. We've got to go get him. Just punch it.
No.
As the cool Met starts taking off.
Well, if you guys are moving, prepare yourself for a fight. Alice, you better learn how to shoot those things. I hope you've been studying the manuals.
Aye, sir. Looking out ahead, Dolby, you see two dudes. You can easily read their little lapels, Jeff and Donnie. Behind them, behind them, you see a contraption appear from a part of the city you couldn't see. It's from behind the fountain. This thing looks like a mech. It stands about 8 feet tall. There's someone in it, so think of like what Ripley is in Aliens. It's this little battle mech. It's been outfitted with weaponry and some extra armor, but it looks like it should be a utility type vehicle. Yellow has some like lights and stuff as it walks around the fountain and sees you. Katrina, the action's on you.
Yeah, so Katrina, after getting outside with Calmy. Yeah. Anyway, Lieutenant Calmy. So we get outside. You go along the ground. I'm gonna go. Well, I'm gonna do something a little crazy. I don't usually do this in that mode, but I feel like I need to move as quickly as possible. So Calmy would see these little harpoon-looking things on Katrina's hips sort of rotate around, and point, up towards the nearest tall building, and launch themselves.
You talking about? Do you have the things from the anime? The anime thing?
Not exactly.
Clash of Titans or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, Attack on Titan.
It's a little different, but sure. As you sort of Spider-Man your way off. What do you bid to do this?
Aerial awareness. I feel like that's a good one for this.
All right. I'll give you a chaos die D6. Just don't roll a 1.
Okay, that's fair.
Or else.
That's a 4.
Oh, nice. So you get an actual success. Tell us what happens.
So Katrina you can tell, like, when she first gets off the ground, it's actually a little bit jarring for her because she's used to using these, this equipment, in space. So she might actually, she'll go off and then, where she would normally sort of release and then try and get to the next building, you'll see her actually kind of not full on like body slam into the building, but she'll kind of bump up against it as she's releasing and getting ready to go for her next push off. But then she'll kind of get into the swing of things, for lack of a better way to put it, and adjust. And as she's going along, trying to get ahead, up to where the rest of the group is. You'll in the background you'll hear Gurren no Yuma playing for the Attack on Titan theme.
As you sling yourself forward and catch on like the second floor of a roof, kind of running as you are able to, you can't really Spider-Man sling because you're not Spider-Man, but you can get on top of the roof, and you can see a little bit of an overview. To your left, skip trace around the bend, down the middle, at the Capitol, you see somehow Burgess has gotten all the way down there and is flame throwing someone like in a tree. Like, off to the right is a spectacle of Dolby, and loads of people are starting to converge on his presence. There's a mech in front of him. As you see him hauling ass towards it, you don't see Silas, but you know that Silas is nearby. So where are you going, Katrina?
I'm going to head towards Dolby.
You can also see, since you actually have the vantage point, up and to your left, above the city, pretty high, like several hundred feet, you see a cruiser, which is, it's not a battleship. It's not a battleship, but it's a capital ship, and it's a capital ship that's maybe 20 years old. So it's a P&B actual ship, military. And its shields are lighting up as there's a Gatling gun of some sort of a great scale from outside of the city shooting at it. Here and there you see this of a railgun as the ship kind of like rocks. It's positioning itself to shoot on Johnny 25 as you start going towards Dolby.
Katrina will actually, as she's sort of, just moving along the rooftop for the time for a second, she'll radio to Dolby, or not Dolby, Wilhelm. Wilhelm, is that actually capable of taking out the ship?
No. It can damage that ship. However, Johnny 25 will not survive this.
Can you draw its attention long enough to survive it, but also escape?
I am on the cool mint.
Well, I mean Johnny 25. Can
What?
Can Johnny 25 actually escape this situation intact?
There's a moment. Yes. Mostly.
I'd recommend doing that. You have their attention drawn, and we're probably gonna need that fire support later.
What do you bid, Katrina? And I'm assuming this is on open comms?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I will bid my period of life, which is hardened.
Dolby, you in fact hear this, since it's open comms, or comms. That is a good point, Katrina. That's all he says. As outside you see Johnny 25 like going around the building, going around the wall, as you see the ship starting to pull away and try to follow it. All right.
Katrina sort of looks up. Well, actually, that's the best case scenario. And then she continues on trying to get to Dolby.
World action. The cruiser following this, whatever the hell it is. They don't know. What is that? The big robot that's 25 feet tall outside the city. The ship, the clad ship over the factory, has loaded up all of the ore it's going to take, seeing that it's received communique of some sort of attack, probably by the Resistance. There is communique Archangel is hearing of, no, it's not La Résistance, it's those devil marines that we clearly didn't shoot down and destroy, like our captain said, as he shoots the captain in the head for lying to him. More people are arming up within the buildings. That is all happening. Dolby, the mech, has turned to see you. You see it. You see it take a step. Something plants in the ground as you see a part of the mech itself, like, extend and lean down, almost like a seesaw on its shoulder, as you realize it is the muzzle of a small cannon. Boom! As it's going to fire at you. Meanwhile, the people around the fountain take crouch positions and start shooting at you. More people are coming. Skip trace. They are attempting to flank you and hose you down. You can see there's the people that you were fighting initially. You hear as you get around towards where the actual south and the main boulevard is. It's relatively clear because Burgess cleared it with fire. However, there's a firefight going on behind you, literally a firefight going to your left, and then on around, you can actually see Katrina, zing, zing, Spider-Man her way past. Behind her, you see this other woman in a polka dot dress with leather boots and a big old hand cannon running. Her hair's like kind of up in a bun. She's like, wait! She looks over and sees you, like eyes kind of wide, not really knowing who you are, but perhaps she doesn't know. Yeah. Bad guy's turn.
No.
Oh, don't we get to spend cunning?
Oh, yeah, you do.
Okay,
I'm
that's what I
spending
want to
cunning.
do.
All right. Last turn. Do it.
Okay.
Who goes first?
I'm spending cunning. I am going to bid a flaw, and it's called noisy. And I'm going to put the pistol down and bring out the big gun.
The smart gun?
Yeah. And
Who do
then
you level it at?
the two dudes.
The woman in the dress?
Yeah.
Hose her.
The two dudes in front of me.
Okay,
Like
as
the
you
two
whip
closest
it
to me.
around, you see them stop, like skid to a halt.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Katrina, what are you doing? As you're zipping to another building, as you land hard, kind of hurts your ankles a little bit. You are not as fast as Dolby because he's hyped up on Quirt, but you're making your way.
I'll also spend cunning, and then the moment, the first time I'm, I get myself to a rooftop where I feel like I'm in a decent range, I'll try and pick off the people that are tailing him.
Sure.
With my rifle.
Yep. Just tell me what you bid and who you shoot.
I will bid. Oh, for this one, actually, I feel like this makes sense. I'll bid Nedic. To sort of, link my synapses, so to speak, with my the reticle in my assault rifle, and I'll pick off The furthest person back from Dolby,
Okay.
so they don't notice what I'm doing.
So that's one of the people that has been running for a while from the Capitol. Are you shooting more than one or just one?
I'll shoot more than one.
Yeah, it's just if your weapon can do semi-automatic, you can absolutely do this. You just get a chaos die.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's an assault rifle, so
Oh, you going full auto or something?
probably not. I'd probably stick to fully automatic to keep it, or semi-automatic to keep it, keep a tight grouping.
Do it. So
So
this
you
gun,
said it has a chaos die?
yeah, D6. So this gun, it shoots every burst is it's the short rifle, I'm assuming. It shoots 5 rounds each time, and it's got 50 total. The damage for it, or you're doing semi-automatic. Never mind. You can do burst, or you can do semi-automatic. Semi-automatic is 1 round apiece. You get the chaos die D6, and if you do burst, it uses 5 rounds, and you gain damage.
I'll stick with semi-automatic.
Okay. Go ahead and bid and throw down. Tell me how many you shoot at, and those will be the numbers. Skip.
I'll shoot at 2.
I got a total of 5 successes. I did activate rifle, which gives me 1 success, so that's 1 of the 5 there.
Okay, so the big gun. There's going to be a little bit of mechanics for y'all. And so the more people you shoot at, their BODF goes up, right? So it's harder to shoot more people. All right, big gun. So if you use the smart full automatic, which you can do, you don't have to. You can use the burst, which is 5 rounds. So that's the lowest setting. And it's 2d6 plus 1. It has 500 ammo.
Right.
If you use the smart full automatic, it uses 50 rounds. However, it's a small AoE, which means you hit all of them. You gain a d6 of damage on it. So it'd be 3d6 plus 1. And you hit all of them.
And that uses 50 ammo?
Yep.
I'm going to go with... For here, I'm going to go with just the burst.
Okay,
so
you hitting one of them or 2 of them? So
I'm going to go for 1, because I'm...
Okay.
In all honesty, right now, I'm hoping to scare the shit out of them with a quick...
There's the
Yeah.
All right, as this thing turns on, as 5 rounds shoot off, you got 5 successes, you get a narrative point. Roll your damage. It'll be 2d6 plus 3 is what you get. Dolby. What you doing?
There's a net in front of me. And I want to put it back. Actually, I just want to stabby at the little like moist squishy bit in the middle.
You have your space. You have your space effect on.
Oh. Whoa. Into space.
Yep, as you're running up into the fire, yep, and leaping towards these guys. Okay, so go ahead and bid. You'll need to throw down, and here are the stakes. You're running into fire, ergo, you're going to take some hate on you.
Oh, I'm sure.
So they're dropping suppressive fire. What that's going to do mechanically is just raise the threshold a lot. That's essentially it.
I'm going to bid my flaw, which is no pain.
Yep.
And I think it's appropriate. Can I activate something with that? Or is that just...
You need a bid to do it, and then you can activate with other bids.
Okay. I'll bid my flaw, which is no pain, to do this incredibly fucking stupid thing.
No, it's great. I love it. So you have 1, 2, 3. So it's 6. This guy. All right, so it's a threshold of 6 to be able to get to him without. It's just one of those like you can't enter the building because it's an inferno and your body won't let you.
For sure.
So threshold of 6. This dude you see as you get close to it, it's painted in initials on his plate. It says Stein. You've spent cunning. This mech will go at the same time as you. So threshold 6 to get up there. Go ahead and do it.
All right. I would like to spend a close combat.
Yep.
To activate my Blades Master, which is upgraded twice.
Okay.
I would like to bid the Laser Sword.
Yep.
To activate my Master at Arms, which is also upgraded twice. So I guess that's 2 rolls. Is that correct?
No, it's just you're at 4.
Okay.
You're at 4 successes from them. So now you need to make one throwdown.
I will throw down.
Do it. Do it.
I might need to roll something else, but it is a cold shot. I want the squishy.
Yep. So to give you a d6.
So that's a d6 chaos die. So that's kind of bad because I don't have any
proficiencies,
but I rolled a 5 on the chaos die.
That's a success. So you're at 5 successes.
And I rolled a 10.
So that's
on the d10.
7. And that gives you flair too.
That gives me flair. So 7
and
successes.
7. So you clean success as you run up, your deflector shield eating the fire. As you run up, you're gonna have to jump to get the
jump. I do have. I looked up Quirt. I got a bonus, but my brawn is a D12. I have like a maxed out brawn.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
It gives you a mulligan when you roll it. So you roll it. So you're able to roll it.
Time?
Yeah.
Because I rolled a 1 with my brawn.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 2 the second time.
As you leap into the air, coming down at this guy, he knows he's going to get hit, but he acts at the same time. For cunning, for some big bad evil guys, means you act at the same time as them. As he shoots the cannon. Roll damage.
What is damage on with my laser sword? It is a couple of d6. Not 1,000 d6. All right, so that is 10.
10? As he, and this is this is definitely the vital spot. All right, you got 7 successes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see, 6. All right, Katrina, will you roll me a d10? Skip Trace, would you roll me a d8? I don't think Katrina's hearing me.
That's a 7.
Oh, got it. Nice. Your video's behind on mine. So 1,
Gotcha.
and then 2. All right, so 6, 8. So 1. All right, Skip Trace, roll me a d8. Katrina, roll me a d8.
1 on the die.
1.
Oh my God! You lucky sack of shit! Oh, you lucky sack of shit! Did you get a 1 too?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow! So the damage. So he hits you with the cannon that does 2d8 plus 1. So it would be a 2d8 plus 2 since he beat the threshold by 1. Wow. So 2, so 4. It does 4 fucking damage.
I've got my shield up.
And you have your shield up.
Of course, I do roll a 1 on the d4 because that's what I do on d4s. I roll 1.
But you get a d10. You get a d10 for Silas. Do an overwatch on you.
Oh. Well, fuck.
It's an extra
Well,
die.
that's 5.
All right, so that's
10.
1. So yeah, oh, there's 5. So how much? You're technically
So
just
that-
lower the. It would actually
6.
lower the. It doesn't matter. That's fine. 6. All right, so you eat 6 of it. So this cannon goes off. You're flying through the air as your shield takes the cannon. Somehow your inertia, perhaps from the quirt and just the sheer hate that you feel, leads you through. There's a point, Dolby, where you like stop in the air a little bit, having been shot by this cannon. Inertia takes you away as you plunge this laser sword into the heart of the mech driver. He pukes blood all over you, but it sizzles on your shield and your helmet as the mech does this "oh my god, my pilot's dead" dance. Everyone around you is staring up. They've stopped firing as they're like, no way. Meanwhile, behind you in the air, this cruiser is like on fire and the shields are exploding and all hell's breaking loose. Skip, you turn your smart gun onto, I believe it's, see, Stein is dead. I believe it's Dartmouth.
Okay. 10 damage.
Tell me how he dies.
All right. So you see me, like they're all sitting there, and I just duck down behind the thing, and then all of a sudden I pop up, and I'm like, and I'm like, 5 rounds, and I start, and I literally go up his body with the rounds, and I kind of want it to just kind of like blow him away to where like literally they just
he just splits in half.
Yeah, the 2 halves do this.
As the bullets go straight through and actually destroy part of the building, that the facade falls off behind him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the PMC!
and then I look at the guy next to him and go, "You're next."
You are next.
He's just starts shooting. Katrina.
I got a total of 5 successes.
And you are doing exactly what again?
I was shooting the 2 furthest away people from Dolby.
Indeed. Describe how you hit them, and you need to roll damage. Because 5 is actually, you get a narrative point for one of them. The other one would be the threshold 4. So you beat 1 by 2, beat 1 by 1.
Okay, so for the damage... Oh, wow. So one of them is a total of... total of 10 damage.
All right, well, that person...
And then the other one...
Magic
and the
number.
other one is... So that one, it would be 7 damage.
All right, so Leslie goes down. How?
I'll use my narrative point to say that, sort of like in a very cinematic fashion, you sort of get like this,
Willem Dafoe. She's.
Well, you sort of get like this because I used Netic to sort of link up with my reticle, so you'll see kind of like this very techno, like futuristic data stream, like going through Katrina's head as she syncs up with the reticle and puts it right on her neck and just
takes her head off as her head just almost spins in air as her body keeps on running. And
Actually,
then falls down.
I would do it. Yeah, I'd do it in a slightly different way. Just this is where I guess I'll use my narrative point.
Yep.
It would even be. I feel like it'd be more dramatic that it goes in through her throat and severs her spinal cord. So there really isn't a whole lot of dramatics. You just kind of see her just drop.
Yep, just eats dirt.
And then whatever happens to the other person.
as Joe Beth gets shot for 7 damage, which is 1 away from killing her. She sees Leslie as she looks down and her shoulder and arm are gone as she's screaming bloody murder and passes out. Blood, gore, sirens, explosions. Last moment, you see behind the trees or buildings, depending on where you were, one last plume of purple flames. They're inside! And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Yeah.
You finally got to be Marines. Anybody get any goals?
No.
Yes.
Sort of.
Because my major goal was to find the Capitol headquarters. And so we did. So that's my major goal.
Yep. So that's 2 XP for you. Everyone, including you, gets 1 pip.
Ooh.
Skip, you gain all of your cunning and all of your breath back.
My cunning was getting up there, so I needed
Yeah.
I needed that major goal. And in all fairness, for people who don't, that major goal has been on there since we found out about Confucius. Like that was
Really?
So that major goal has been like 5
Like the
sessions now.
whole time.
Like since we ended up planet side, basically.
Oh, I see.
Like the in the atmosphere. So before we shot on the capital ship, that was my goal, my major goal.
I may have gotten a major goal because I had the same major goal as Drizzle.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Hit it. So everybody gets, including you, gets a tip.
But I also could have gotten a minor goal because if you see, I have meet P and B. Does what's her name count?
That woman is part of the original P&B. Yeah, absolutely. So for your major goal, everyone gets a pip. You get all of your cunning and all of your breath back, and you get 2 XP. For your minor goal, you get another pip, and you get 1 XP on top of that, because your cunning and breath would be the same.
Okay.
So you absolutely can advance, because that's at least 3 XP. If you guys got the 3 XP or more, you can advance at the next montage, which will be the beginning of next game.
I think we'll get into we're in pretty heavy fighting in this moment.
Well, games always start with a montage.
Okay.
Or normally they do. So after this, depending on where we go, because if you guys push, we'll see where it goes cinematically. But the next scene will likely be after this firefight.
Well,
Epic.
So, epic.
Epic.
I'm wondering if Dolby's going to get in that mech.
He's no Poe. He's no Poe.
Hey, everybody that's supposed to be on, thank you so much.
Probably not going to get in that mech. I mean, I'm just going to say it's not his style.
Everyone was on the chat, thank you so much for being on the chat. Cherokee Sue was on the chat.
Yeah, that was loud right there. They might be back next week.
Dude. Kentucky Fried Dice was in the chat and also subscribed. Thank you very much. A bunch of us. Harold Bunkum was in the chat.
Harry Bunkum.
Harry Bunkum has been a subscriber for many days. Yep. We'll be back next Monday with... You want to do it, Ken?
Into space!
And playing more DreadLore. If you care to know more about DreadLore, check it out. Go to DreadLore, that's LORE.com. You can find everything. The digital book is free. You can just download it and rock and roll. You can ask us questions on our Discord. You can send us money with our Patreon. In the event that you're interested in doing that, it would help us out a lot because guess what? Ken doesn't get paid.
Nobody gets paid. It's not
Nobody
me.
gets paid.
It's not me. We put a lot of time into it. That's us. That's all of us. We all put a lot of time into it.
I do want to thank the Patreon members: Tim Roberts, Daniel Hooker, Nostalgic, Natalia Cline. All these people have been long-term members of this Patreon, and they're friends, and we love them, and it really helps. Also, thank you for watching the Twitch. That also helps too. I know ads suck, but it does actually give us a tiny, tiny bit of cash to run the stream and do the things we need to do clerically. If you subscribe, there ain't no ads, y'all, and it helps us as well. Okay.
Subscribe today,
Hey,
soldier.
Couchfire Media does all of this sexy videoing. Thank you guys so much for the Couchfire Media. Go to www.couchfiremedia.com in the event you want to hire them out. They'll do it. I promise. The cool music you've been hearing is all lowercase letters. You can find them literally everywhere. Also, shout out to Mr. Interrupt for letting us use his music as well. Find him on Instagram and Spotify and all the goodness. There's this other people that we don't really talk about, but thanks to Trois Productions for whatever they do. Also, thanks to the cast. Turns out we got a cast. Mr. Ken Howl. You should howl with your space thing.
I'm not a howler.
Got Katrina Telmus is being played by
Me.
Andrea Elliott-Johnson.
Andrea Elliott-Johnson.
That's a long name.
Indeed. Mr. Private Skip Trace is being played by the Drills. Dr. Drizzle.
The Drizzle.
Drizz Fest. First Lieutenant Dolby Newman is played by Mr. Ken Howl, who knows how to howl. How?
That guy.
We have other players too. Mr. Private Burgess, played by Daniel Holka, the incrediblest of Holkers.
Daniel Holker.
Private Cherokee Sue, formerly Sergeant Sue, being played by Jazzy Cabbage. And Corporal Silas is being played by Maximilianos. Maximilian. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back Monday, like I said, to kick some ass. Bye. Everybody say bye.
Bye, everybody.
We'll be back in just a second for after hours.
Yeah, well, after hours is enough. Whoever can be there.
Yep.
And if you are a Patreon member, you get access to that.
That's right.
Or if you just stay and watch.
That's right.
Or if you stay and watch. So.
Oyasumi nasai minasan.
Peace out.